Finland recently became a hot topic of conversation globally with the news of a fully-fledged underground city being built in Helsinki. It has the capacity to accommodate more than the existing population of the city and features an array of modern amenities. This Finnish capital city within a city even has a church, a swimming center, a hockey rink, and stockpiles of life-saving supplies. This megaproject has raised eyebrows and garnered the attention of many. Stay with us till the end of the video to find out everything about this massive construction. Finland has had a rough past since the end of the Viking era in the early 1000 AD, with neighboring countries of Russia and Sweden trying to claim Finnish soil under their banner. Even after the abdication of the Russian Tsar and the country's declaration of independence in 1917, turmoil between the nations did not subside. The continuation of war during the Second World War saw thousands of casualties for the Viking nation, and even cost them 11% of their territory. The tension between the nations was contained but never resolved to this date. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, most European countries are concerned about their national security. Finland now finds themselves in a position of threat from neighboring Russia following their decision to sign with NATO. Helsinki's underground city was not a recent undertaking. Given the country's history with Russia and also the 800-mile shared border with the nuclear giant, the country started taking preventive measures dating back to the mid-1900s. Excavation and construction of tunnels began in 1960, primarily as a way of holding power, sewage, water, and other lines of more utilities. However, the constructors and architects quickly realized that the strong bedrock that is over 2 million years old has the capacity to be excavated deeper, without stress constrained to the rock. Upon this realization, the city officials along with its stakeholders decided to utilize the metamorphic and metavolcanic bedrock into better use, by creating a subterranean city with an array of amenities that could simultaneously be used as a shelter if needed. With Finland's decision to sign the accession protocol to join NATO in July 2022, the relationship faltered between the countries as Russia warned for serious political and military consequences. Since Russia, the majority provider of gas for Finland and many other countries, has halted the supply of the utility, and countries are left to find alternative measures. Both the highways running across the border into St. Petersburg, which used to host over 2 million commuters annually, and the railway line, which operated 10 locomotives daily, have come to a stop. The Underground City project was mainly a manifestation of the Finnish Rescue Act, which highlights that, in an incident or threat of accident where people are rescued, functions are secured and the consequences of the accident is limited. Finland has over 54,000 bomb shelters across the country and even requires by law for any building with a space of over 12,900 square feet to have an underground shelter unit built within itself. Before we continue, if you would like to learn more about billion-dollar construction projects around the world, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. Helsinki's underground tunnels are dug 100 to 200 feet beneath the surface of the city. Over 100 million square feet have been excavated over the years, by removing an even larger weight of rock, leading to the expansive tunnel network that stretches over 125 miles. Most parts of the subterranean city have a structure of 3 or more layers. The immediate layer beneath the ground is used for utility pipelines. The next layer is used for the city and its expansion, and any layer beneath it is used for various other purposes including air purification and ventilation systems. There is also a water reservoir that is 40 feet deep. A part of having adequate reserves of water underground, an interesting engineering aspect is that the city of Helsinki stores both its hot and cold water beneath the surface. Since the granite composition of rock prevents the temperature from changing rapidly, the need for additional energy to maintain water temperature is eliminated. It is in the year 2007 that the city government published the Underground Master Plan, which highlights areas of development opportunities moving forward. The plan highlights reservation of underground space for upcoming and existing facilities under the following categories: parking and traffic, storage space, technical systems, maintenance, and other services and projects that are not yet designated. This master plan was renewed in 2020. The shelters in the city are fitted with 2 blast doors, each a foot in thickness. The first door absorbs the pressure from a possible nuclear attack, and the second being able to shut off any gas, chemicals, and radiation. Each underground shelter is built in such a way that it can fill up to 6,000 people in 20 minutes. Every shelter is equipped with bunk beds and sanitation facilities, along with electricity generators, ventilation systems, and adequate water to survive up to 3 weeks. The zero land use system used in the construction of the underground city has distanced the Scandinavian nation from both vertical and horizontal expansion techniques that most countries utilize. Through the use of this system, the city has been able to build many amenities such as hockey rinks, swimming pools, shopping centers, and cafes beneath the surface. Staying true to its initial purpose, all these facilities can be transformed into shelters under 72 hours in the case of a hostile attack. Another interesting aspect of the underground tunnels design is that they are excavated in a way that new tunnels can be connected to existing tunnels, creating a massive network of tunnels similar to the roots of a tree. A prominent example of this structuring is the Helsinki metro station, which connects to a shopping mall, cinema, and simultaneously to hubs that are used to reach the surface of the city. One of the most prominent attractions of the Helsinki Underground is the Amos Rex Art Gallery, which hosts the largest private collection of art in Finland. The architects carefully curated glass panels at the surface in the public square above to let natural light into the main galleries. Originally built in the 1930s, the establishment was once at the surface of Helsinki and was moved underground as it required more space for expansion. Completed in 2018, the attraction covers over 230,000 square feet and includes storage spaces below the gallery to be utilized if needed. The subterrane below the central station area is perhaps the largest underground system in the city. This area hosts the main train station, metro lines, and shops, which are in turn connected to several other tunnels that provide parking space and other leisure activities. The metro system was first built in the 1980s with an expansion in 2017. This spans over 8 miles, and the city has plans for 5 more stations to be integrated into it. The underground city also features a swimming center named Eversince. The facility, which was carved into the bedrock in 1993, now contains a 165-foot swimming pool, saunas, a gym, and more. Another fascinating architectural marvel is the Temppeliakio Church. The church is built completely into the rock and is fitted with a glass dome protruding to the surface, which acts as a skylight. The site is one of the most famous attractions in the city, and also serves as a concert venue due to its acoustics treatment. With the mounting political and military tensions, the 5,500 underground units in Helsinki seems like a viable option for the city's security. What makes the project even more feasible is the fact that the city and project designers integrated day-to-day functions into it. But this project does not go without its fair share of criticism, with a handful of citizens questioning if the motives and procedure that look good on paper can actually be executed if and when the need arises. But the majority sing praise for the project as they grow cynical about Russia with the events unfolding as of late. The project is considered a success by many, and they are even planning to expand the tunnel network to neighboring Estonia through an underwater sea railway at the cost of $15 billion. What do you think of this mega construction? Comment your ideas below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.